Before there was 106 in Park and TRL, there was MTV Raps. It was a show to watch in the 90s if you wanted to stay up to date on what was going on with the then current state of hip-hop. It was a show dedicated strictly for black culture, similar to Video Music Box, which would air around the same time. Up-and-coming comedians, rappers, and celebrities were able to showcase their talents and help teach America what real hip-hop was through the lens of a camera. The show consisted of premieres for music videos, comedy sketches, iconic interviews, and performances that were held exclusively on Fridays. Music legends from DJ Jazzy Jeff and The Fresh Prince, Run DMC, Tupac, Public Enemy, and Wu-Tang made their presence known on the show.
Come close, but right about now, the subject is fear of a black planet. And I'm out here on Strong Island to get to the core of this situation. Let's step to it. What up, y'all? Peace in the Middle East. Strong Island.
Yo,
flavor.
Yo, how
Chuck
could y'all
D.
come bum rush in my spot, huh?
So they tell you double park.
So
Yeah,
what I'm
flavor.
double park,
Double
but it's
park.
after dark, you understand what I'm saying? Yo, why y'all come bum rush in my spot, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. What?
New stuff.
You want
What up,
some new
Fred?
stuff?
That's right, I'm on
He's
some
on
new
some new
stuff.
stuff.
This the 1990s, you know what I'm
Welcome to
saying?
the Terror
And if you're
Dome.
Welcome
lost,
to the
you gotta
Terror
get to
Dome.
find these, you know what I'm saying?
Wait.
That's right.
How many?
What, man?
You went
What?
platinum in like 6 days?
So what?
No,
wow,
you know,
big
you
deal. So
know,
we gonna do it
our
again.
whole thing is just to, just make records and hope people like them, and just come up with new theories and new concepts.
It's kind of hard to understand how a show that received so much support, it was dedicated to uplifting black culture, more specifically the rap culture, isn't still standing today. But there is a repeated pattern that can be noticed with all of the music shows that were geared towards the black audience. They never seem to last. It can be said that either low viewership or lack of effort from showrunners can be the downfall of a lot of the shows. Although MTV Raps is no longer around, it was and continues to be one of the most pivotal shows for not only hip-hop, but music in general. Here's what happened to MTV Raps. 1 year before the US viewers got to witness the greatness of MTV Raps, there was a similar program for those who lived in Europe called Yo. It debuted on MTV Europe from 1987 to the mid-90s, catering specifically to the music lovers in Europe. It was originally produced and hosted by Sophie Bramley in 1987, who had a special appreciation for the rap and dance scene.
You sure? Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. The Fresh Prince is especially asleep.
How you doing? I'm awake. I'm ready. I'm very excited about this, and we can do this. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready though. I'm real happy to be in London too.
Yeah.
It's nice here.
African Bambaataa was the first to guest on the show, then followed other stars like Public Enemy, LL Cool J, Ice-T, De La Soul, and Eric B. and Rakim. After 1 year of the premiere of Yo on MTV Europe, then came MTV Raps for the US audience, thanks to late Ted Demme and Peter Doherty. Ted Demme had a strong love for hip-hop, but noticed how there were little to no videos being played on the channel. Rock videos were taking over during the time, and the only black artists that were being played were Michael Jackson and Prince. But even then, their videos weren't being played enough. When he noticed this, he immediately wanted to change the trajectory of MTV's format. After constantly communicating with the network's runners about getting a new show with black talent, there would soon come a pilot of MTV Raps that premiered on August 6, 1988, and would showcase 1 hour full of interviews and the 10 best rap videos. The pilot was hosted by rising stars Jazzy Jeff and The Fresh Prince, along with Jam Master Jay and Run DMC.
Like I said, my name is Fresh Prince. It's Jazzy Jeff.
Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Are you enjoying the tour, the Run DMC, Teflon Leather, Run Styles, DJ Jazzy
All
Jeff,
that
Fresh
stuff,
Prince?
all that,
tour?
yeah,
Are
all
you
that.
enjoying
Straight
it?
up. I want everybody to know, right? When you're coming up in the
All right,
streets
that's
as a
enough.
rapper,
That's enough. That's
How
enough.
you get asked
Coming
to
up
be
next.
on tour, right
Coming up
down the
next.
street?
Is there video?
our video.
Parents just don't understand.
Check it out.
It's Bust it out.
It's real though. Check it out.
Due to high ratings from the pilot, within 2 weeks, the show officially kicked off with Fab Five Freddy becoming the original host because of his contributions to hip-hop and the street art culture. In an interview with Billboard, he said, "I didn't think that deeply about it because I had no perception of how people across the country and around the world were going to fully embrace something that was so English language based. But it was a pleasant surprise to learn that MTV got the highest ratings that it had ever received, and they wanted to check to see if the Nielsen ratings did something wrong. The first episode debuted on September 18th, 1988, with Salt and Pepper and Spinderella as the first guest. The 30-minute show included them in their dance rehearsals with 5'5" Freddy, casually interviewing the girls and learning some of his own moves. Because of the authentic and relaxed feel of the first episode, from there, things only got better for the show. But the increasing growth of MTV Raps wouldn't have been nearly as possible without Fab Five Freddy's creative thinking. He didn't want the show to be recorded in the studio. He had a groundbreaking idea to walk around the streets that birthed hip-hop and give the chance for viewers who didn't know much about the artists a closer look into their lives. As the show continued to go on, it opened doors and gave artists opportunities within the music industry. Salt and Pepper, Fresh Prince, and LL Cool J gained their first Grammy nominations, while NWA's second studio album went number 2. Record labels began to notice the immediate success of artists who were put on the show, and it began a never-ending cycle of artists and record labels reaching out to be on the next episodes. Because of the show's popularity, the showrunners wanted to add on another show attached to the MTV Raps brand that would be hosted in what they would call The Basement by Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, then further down the line with T-Money.
That's not your job.
I know, I'm sorry, I'm going back.
Dre always be trying to do that, and he know that the things that he say 9 times out of 10 makes absolutely no sense.
That's all right there. That's my rhyme style. My rhyme style.
You've been hanging with Prince again, haven't you? You've been with Prince. Every time you be with Prince, you come back with some new Prince-looking glasses. You've been hanging with Prince again, haven't you?
No,
it didn't even take me. Once again, Dre's been hanging out with Prince and didn't take me.
I did take you last time I went to Prince. You left the room there with, and the bam, pow, right there. You was walking outside.
She did have back, didn't she?
She got back.
She got back. Just
Baby
like
got back.
Y'all gonna like this video. I send this video to all my brothers in prison. Peace. This one's for y'all. Baby's got back. Y'all gonna like this one.
Peace.
Both Ed Lover and Dr. Dre were hired by Tim Demi through their talents and close connections. The first episode of their show would air on March 13th, 1989, and would lead with a much bigger success. Ed Lover would go on to say, Dre and I had done something together on tape at the audition, and I knew it right there. They filmed Dre, they filmed me, and then they filmed us together. I knew it right there. As soon as we did something on tape, the chemistry was just automatic. They were like, we already know. We programmed that show from the first time we aired that show to the last episode. Every episode you saw on there, that was Dr. Dre and Ed Lover programming it.
The biggest milestone for me at Yo MTV Raps is when Peter Doherty met me while I was DJing at a loft in downtown, and he said, hey, have you been watching this thing called Yo MTV Raps? And I said, yeah, because he knew me from DJing with the Beastie Boys. And he said, would you like to come down? I want to talk to you about this show. And I said, sure. You got any ideas? And I said, yeah, I got some ideas for it. And our journey was so unique for us, for Ed and I got to keep it very simple. Every week we thought we were canceled. Every week. Yeah. Because when we were sitting there working, it was like, yo, this is the last week. Yo, we're going to get one more week in here and we're done. Even when we got the contract, because what would happen is, Sway, you can attest to this, they would mess with the time of the show. We do 30 minutes, then we do 60 minutes, then we do one. So they tried a trick they thought was going to wipe us off the channel. Yeah. They said, we'll put them on twice a day. Nobody could survive that. And then the rest blew up.
Though the pair didn't know each other prior to the audition, their personalities meshed perfectly to the point where they didn't need a script at all. From Ed Lover's funny dance sequences with the coined phrase, Ed Lover danced, to Dr. Dre's hilarious jokes, the show would go on to become one of MTV's greatest shows ever. Together they would put the stamp on MTV becoming a channel to watch in households across the globe during this time period. Every Friday, there were live performances from some of the greatest artists in today's age, like Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature, Mary J. Blige, and the Fugees. Two of the most memorable episodes in Yo MTV Raps history would easily be the NWA episode, where they were riding down Compton in bulletproof vests, and the episode of Tupac dissing the Hughes brothers.
Getting to the Stop the Violence video. It's a big subject right now in the whole rap world. I want my man Ice Cube to speak a little bit about LA violence and what's going on.
Well, after a lot of people saw colors, they thought LA just all violent. That's not true. Yes, it is some hard parts, but there again is some good parts. But I like to say when a brother kills a brother, man, the only people that's happy is the other man.
On Yo MTV Raps, let's get into Stop the Violence, self-destruction on Yo.
MTV Raps.
I beat up the directors, the ministers aside. Let me tell the whole world.
All right, tell them how you did what you had to do.
These chump, punk, slump, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you'll have a chance to come here and rebuttal.
No, they won't. They better come now. Check this out. They fired me, but did it in a roundabout punk snitch way. So I caught them on the streets and beat they behind. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I was a menace to the East, brother. And it ain't over. I still got more than chump back. Don't jump to the TV. Kick that TV.
Although Yo MTV Raps was a platform built to support black musical artists, it was also a platform to have black voices heard as well. Artists were able to express how they felt about gun violence and other issues going on within their communities. This is another reason why the show was so meaningful.
Years ago, but nowadays they have mental slavery, which is worse. You know, they got you doing things that the government wants you to do as far as negativity, robbing, stealing, killing your own kind. All this is doing is eliminating your own race, which is what they want to do, so you following their plan. So therefore, that's mental slavery. You know what I'm saying? And when we realized that and came up out of that negativity, we called ourselves runaway slaves.
Yo MTV Raps' impact became so big that it not only had its own trading cards and t-shirts, but it also had its own special version of Down with OPP called Down with MTV in 1991. During the time of 1992, rap would move into more of the mainstream area with the help of the show, and slowly the art of music was becoming more appreciated. But because of the culture moving into more mainstream, this caused the show's viewership to slowly decrease. Along with this, other shows like Rap City were starting to take over at the BET network, but Yo MTV Raps still had a place in a lot of people's hearts. The show tried to keep its standing on the MTV network, but it became nearly impossible because of the switch in scheduling of the episodes and the lack of hosts. On August 17, 1995, the show would soon come to an end after 7 strong years. For the last episode, there would be an iconic freestyle that included everyone from Method Man, Rakim, EPMD, Chubb Rock, and more. It was known to be one of the best moments for the culture of hip-hop. The episode showed how Yo MTV Raps is more than just a show, but more of a family dynamic. Since the last taping, there have been other shows that have stepped up and made their own lane. Shows like Rap City, went on System Park, and Sucker Free held it down for the new generation and continued on until the mid-2010s. Now, there are little to no shows that show deep representation for the world of hip-hop. It seems that the mainstream has killed the art of not only TV, but the need for music shows. As of recently, it was announced that Yo MTV Raps will be making a return on the streaming platform Paramount+, with a similar format of performances, interviews, and comedic segments. When Dr. Dre was asked about how he felt about there being a possible reboot with the show, this is what he had to say. Yo MTV Raps was a snapshot in time. It happened when it was most needed, when the music industry, the nation, and the world needed something that would unite everyone to a 1, 2, 3, 4 beat, to a boom and a bap, and to a zooga zooga zoog, to an MC getting down on the microphone. But people try to say, let's reboot it. It's a difficult reboot. Certain things were meant for a certain time. Kids aren't going to run home to Yo MTV Raps. Kids are streaming. They're making their own music, shooting their own videos, and don't have time to worry if some channel decides to play it. They just play it themselves. How do you compete against YouTube? I wish them well. Although it is great that the show will be revived, I think it will lack some of the richness that it had 30 years ago. Music just isn't the same. But let me know what you guys think about the reboot of the show. Would you be willing to watch it with the current state of hip-hop? Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. I want to hear what you guys think. And as always, stay nostalgic.